everybody, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching the channel as always. We're gonna go pick up another freebie, actually two of them. One of them's a yard machines. This is the MTD, the old style, kind of like the one that I did a few weeks ago with the blading gauge on the side. This is a 14 horsepower, so it's probably a single cylinder Briggs, and it looks like to be a 42-inch cut. It might be a 38. It's just here on the other side of town, so I don't have to go far at all to get it, which is nice. The other one is just a push mower. I think it's a Yardman push mower. This guy, I think, gets items. Sometimes he tries to fix them himself, and then when they are too much for him to want to mess with, he just gives them to me. This guy also gave me a Craftsman rear engine rider, the gray one that looked like a Murray that I had all those transmission issues with, that I finally got, I guess, good enough to sell, so to speak. It's been a couple of months now, and I did not hear back from the person who bought it, so that's a good sign, at least on my end. So we're gonna go. I'm just riding through town here. He literally lives just on the other side of town, 5 minutes out. And we'll see what we end up with here. Remember, if you have any questions about the video, feel free to reach out to me, ellis@ellismowers.com. I also have affiliate links down below if you find any of those appealing. We'll see what we have, and I'll be right back with y'all when I have it on the trailer and when I get home. Alright guys, so here they are. I just got home with them. I'm about to look them over a little bit. They are worth going to get. I mean, I don't think there's anything that's insanely wrong with them. I think there's just a little bit too much to handle for the average person. As you can see, we've got, if we look over here, some pretty rough looking battery terminals, especially this positive. Hopefully I can at least save it. If not, it's not too bad of a run to the starter solenoid under the dash here. So I mean, it's not bad. I could tell it's been worked on at some point before to see if it could get started. The back tires aired up. The front tires, both of them, were off of the bead. Although they don't look like they're in terrible shape. We do have some dry rot cracks. I'll probably be able to save them once I get them back on the bead. This is a 14 horsepower Briggs single, just like I thought. It's the first gen OHV, the one that has the metal. Well, this one's got a metal cover on it, but this style cover. These aren't too bad for throwing compression releases, unlike the Intex. I do not have air filter cover, so that's something I'll have to source. I have one here, but I was going to put it on a different mower. Now I have to put it on this one if I decide to fix this one first. In terms of deck spindles, everything, is it free? We'll check in just a second once I put the deck up. But the engine will turn until it stops because of all the junk and stuff that's gotten inside. Probably gotten water in the cylinder and stuff, so we'll have to purge that out. Somebody's put some reflectors and stuff on the back, so that's pretty interesting. It is a 38-inch cut. I was hoping it was a 42, because those bring a little bit more money, but that's okay. Starter seems like it's okay, which is good. I don't have a starter cover on it for it, but they seem to go missing readily. Anyways, again, the second tire is off, lined with pine straw, even worse than some that I get here, or that I have here. Got the keys, choke. Seems like the choke and the throttle work okay, so that's good. This thing looks like it was taken care of decently until the original owners got rid of it, from what I could tell. It doesn't look, once we clean it up, it's really not going to look that bad. I'm going to pull this up here real quick. Alright, there. Let's see if the spindles are turning. Yeah, I think the spindles are good. Let's see if I can look at the blades real quick while we're here as well. The blades are losing some lift. We might have to get some blades for it. But hood's right here. Obviously, it's broken like they all are. But it's complete. broken on the bottom, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, they're all broken down there. That's a given at this point. What we got? No spark plug. Somebody's been trying to purge the water out of here, but seems like they failed to do it. So we're okay on this, I think, especially if I can get the engine going. If I can get this engine going, I think the rest of the tractor, put a battery in it, I think the rest of this tractor will come to life. Make sure the tires stay aired up, maybe throw some blades on it. This mower may grant me $350 max. These don't have high resale. However, I knew what I was getting when I got it. And a free mower is a free mower, and it's going to work out great. We'll take a look at this push mower while I'm here too. It was also given to me. Again, this thing's looking rough. The blade is really bad on it, like really bad, but I think the engine is good, and y'all know I got a bunch of decks here, so that'll work out okay with the engine. Slap that thing on a deck and send it on down the line. As long as I can get those bolts off for the mounting bolts for the engine, we're gonna be good. I don't really care to keep this deck, mostly because you can already see we've got some pretty bad rust holes going here, and I have another Craftsman deck that has an engine that's basically puked out that I can just slap it on and call it a day. So I think I'm going to do that with this one. Again, these back wheels get pretty bad as well. So real quick, let's take a look at the model years of both of these. I think the Craftsman, the Yard Machines, is about a 2000, maybe 2001. Definitely not newer than that with that engine cover on it. And this is probably about the same. So as you can see, this is a 917 387 370 made July 15th of 2003. And then we'll look at the engine code on the MTD. There may be a, let's see if the sticker's under here. I'll show you that as well. This is a 138M660F062 MTD. Built to 98 safety standards, so it's between a 98 and an 03. Like I said, I think it's about a 2000 or 2001. Let's take a look. Oh, it is a 2002. How about that? 040102. So this is about the last, I think this is a 28N707. These are good engines right here. And I'm sure it'll come back to life as long as the rings aren't rusted in there. We will have to probably take the head off of this thing to see what's going on with it and put a head gasket on it, unless I get really lucky. Anyways, let's wrap this video up. Hope y'all enjoyed this free find. I think it was worth going to get, about 4 or 5 minutes down the road, don't y'all think? Alright guys, that's everything on this video. Again, another free mower here. I try and document most of the finds that I have because y'all do seem to like those videos. I keep trying to keep them short, and the word free and cheap really helps the algorithm. Y'all like to see what I'm doing as well, what may be coming up on the channel. I don't know when this one's going to pop up. I have a few others in line in the backyard, which I can show you real quick if you want me to, what may be coming up here sooner rather than later on the channel. So let me take y'all back here real quick, since I have a couple minutes on this video. The ones immediately back here behind me are probably going to be the ones that go first. This Scott's is, the tires are square, and it was all I could do to get them off, so that's why it's just chilling here. This one will definitely be further down, but I do plan to get the Sabre going, one of the first ones. I do want the Craftsman garden tractor, I believe will be a fairly quick one as well. I'm just kind of, that one I have to take the whole fender off and probably replace all the fuel lines on it, so that's why I'm kind of taking my time on that. It's 38-inch Craftsman. I think the spindles are bad on it. Otherwise, I'd be getting that one going fairly quickly. And then this one, I think if I can just get a good engine on it, would be okay, and fix the fuel system. So it's a lot of putting stuff in the fuel system, which is what I'm like, because you know that involves taking the whole back fender off and feeding a bunch of fuel lines and such. And I did that with that LX279, and I'm not terribly interested in doing it in the immediate future. But like I said, I think this Sabre one is going to be fairly close on the list there to get done. I have a couple of customer repairs that come in. Had a 30-inch Troy built that has something going on with the deck, and then this he wants me to rebuild the deck on, replace the deck belt. The Bronco is going to be the next tractor on my list. It needs a few things, but nothing crazy. And then also, I think I might try that LX 188 before I get to the stuff in the backyard. Apart from that in here, I don't know, because that Craftsman's going to take a little bit of extensive transmission work to get going again, and a couple of more parts. I probably want to put about $150 to $200 into it to get it back going again, to get all the parts and stuff, and just to get it right, really. So that's going to take a little bit of time. So it's just kind of a matter of what I want to do. Grass isn't really selling, but grass really isn't growing right now. We have not had a lot of rain here this year. I think it was like the 5th driest June on record or something like that. So that hasn't been helping matters. And then obviously I got the stuff back here in the backyard. Like I've said all year, I'm going to be really working here in the backyard this year to get this cleaned up at the end of the year. Things that I'm not going to fix, I'm going to take to the scrap. Things that I'm going to fix, I plan to fix. So we've got a lot going on here on the channel and a lot of content coming up this year. So a lot of things to be excited about. I got some other items in the lean-to over there. I just want to give you all a quick update while I was here, because I haven't given one in a while, but wanted to keep it kind of short and sweet since the video was about getting these free, this free Yard Machines rider and this Craftsman push mower from where I got them from. Again, I don't know where this one's going to fall in line. It's probably in the top 10 in the backyard, but y'all know it sometimes takes a while to get through riding lawnmowers. However, that's about all I've got around here. I just get a couple of customer repairs in a week that keep me busy, which is kind of good, because a lot of factors are contributing to it. One of them's dry weather. Two is, y'all know there ain't nowhere near as much money floating around as it has been in the past 2 years. What I have had listed for sale at certain prices are taking up to 2 weeks to sell instead of 48 hours, which is a little bit of an adjustment. And then the dry weather also doesn't help that either. And I really got put behind by that LX 279 and a couple of other things. And I've had a lot of customer repairs, which really have helped quite a bit in terms of bringing a little bit of income in this year, because all in all, I haven't really turned around a ton of mowers as I have in years past. Anyways, that aside done, thank y'all again for watching the channel. As always, we are at 5,000 subscribers basically, which is fantastic. I'm sure it's going to surpass 5,000 by the time I post this video, or I'll be really, really close. Good news is I have a good giveaway with HiPA parts coming up. Stay tuned for that here in the month of July. They got a promotion going on. We're going to be reviewing a chainsaw chain and giving away a couple of items that they are providing me with to give away to y'all on the channel. Kind of coincides with the 5,000 subscriber deals, which is going to be awesome. Thank y'all again. Remember, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, Ellis at ellismowers.com, or at ellismowers09 on Instagram and Facebook. I have affiliate links down below for HiPA, as well as other folks that I have been partnered with here in these past few months. And I will catch y'all in the next video. See you then.